Sometimes life is a tragedy, sometimes it's a comedy. On Shark Tank, it's usually both. Over its decade-long run, we've witnessed business presentations go wrong in the most hilarious of ways. In this video, we'll be showing you the show's top 10 funniest moments of all time. Number 10. Goat Yoga. During the middle of Season 10, the team at Shark Tank were in for an unruly surprise. Goga Goat Yoga is a company from Austin, Texas that came to pitch their titular goat yoga service. Robert Herjavec, being the animal lover that he is, gladly volunteered to demonstrate a few poses with the animals. Things didn't turn out as expected, however, when, in the middle of holding a plank with the goat on his back, another goat ran up and took a bite of his face. The founders, perhaps unsurprisingly, left the show with no deal. Number 9. Eating dog treats. Contestants Justin Miller and Tom Simon had a unique plan for their pitch. Miller and Simon founded the company Zookie's Cookies, a dog treat company that specializes in bake-at-home treats. Without telling the sharks, they decided to give them a taste test of the dog treats, which are indistinguishable from human cookies. The Shark Tank crew weren't too fond of the flavor and, despite being tricked into eating dog food, decided to invest into the company regardless. Number 8. Faulty Door. Co-founders Clay Bank and Alex Bertelli went into the Shark Tank with a gimmick in mind. Their company, Haven, makes smart door locks, and they figured they'd convince the sharks by showing just how insecure regular door locks are. An experienced intruder can get in about 5 kicks, Alex. Show them how easy it is, Bank said as he directed his partner to kick down the door. Alex failed spectacularly. He threw himself at the door 10 times with no luck. Meanwhile, the sharks started crying from laughter. The co-founders would later find out the team behind Shark Tank had over-reinforced the door prior to the show. While they didn't get the deal, they at least got some laughs. Number 7. Instant Millionaires. Alyssa and Zach Brown joined Shark Tank to pitch their idea company Moki Doorstep and left leaving Shark Tank history. Initially seeking $150,000 in exchange for 5% equity, Damon and John offered $450,000 for 20% equity. The power couple felt that if they were ceding that much control, they might as well sell the company, and surprisingly, the shark agreed. John bought their business outright for $3 million, making them instant millionaires. Number 6. Second Chances. During the 2013 season of Shark Tank, entrepreneur Jason Woods delivered a pitch that went nowhere. John referred to it as the worst pitch he'd ever seen in his life. Woods took the advice of the sharks to heart. He developed more products and acquired more funds, and found himself back in the tank in Season 10. Woods received an offer of $500,000 in exchange of 10% equity, and quickly took his chance at redemption. Number 5. Every shark bites. It's a rare occasion when every investor on the panel decides to join on an adventure, but Charles and Michael Yim's pitch for a breathometer was able to do just that. After his pitch was over, Yim saw the investors fighting for the product, and had an ingenious idea. He told them he was happy to work with more than just one shark. Despite some hesitation from Mark Cuban, Yim was able to steer the conversation to get all 5 sharks to join in the deal. Number 4. Rave in the Tank. When CEO Brian Lim found out that his product was going to be on Shark Tank, he knew he had to knock it out of the park if he wanted a chance. The pitch featured an extravagant light show, electronic music, a man in a giant cartoon head, and the company's famous gloves with LED lights. It's probably the closest that Shark Tank has ever gotten into turning into a real rave. Number 3. Bubba's Boneless Ribs. Former NFL player Al Bubba Baker gave one of the funniest pitches in Shark Tank history. The pitch started strong with a hilarious problem. Bubba loves boneless wings, but his wife wouldn't make them because they were too messy of a dish. That's when Bubba took the problem into his own hands. The shark immediately loved Bubba's personality and charisma and invested $300,000 for 30% equity and licensing rights. Number 2. A live infomercial. Are you a fan of Billy Mays infomercials? I think we all are. That was the approach that Scrub Daddy founder Aaron Krause took when pitching his scratch-free sponges. Krause took home $200,000 in exchange for 20% equity because of the gimmick. After the fact, John revealed that that was his personal favorite pitch from the first 6 seasons. And lastly, at number 1, I've fallen and I can't get up. If you want to get an offer on Shark Tank, you need to impress the sharks. And they're not called sharks because they're easy to impress. But founder Rick Hopper did just that in his pitch for his company Readerest. Hopper walked in on stage and immediately toppled over, falling on his face. The sharks reacted with shock, confusion, and embarrassment, but it was all part of Hopper's plan as he stood up, showing the judges that his magnetic clip held his glasses to his face the entire time. Needless to say, he got the deal. That's all the time that we have for today. What did you think of this list? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to drop a like and ring that subscriber bell to stay up to date on our future videos.